Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Sideline Debrief. I think this is episode about 23
Three,
now, if I'm
23.
not mistaken. 23, yep. We're back again, and this episode is going to be a bit of a downer, as the fans that we are, Leeds and Spurs. Um, we're not in great places right now, so we're kind of just going to be going on a bit of a rant here. So if you're sticking with us through it, expect a lot of negativity, but yeah, we're here to complain. We're here to yell. We're here to get angry. And we're here to get our frustrations out because our favorite sport in the world has been letting us down massively, both of us recently. And as always, I'm joined once again by my good old pal, my ginger friend, Ethan. Welcome, welcome.
Thanks for that.
Yep, yep, no problem. Before we hop into Leeds first, we'll start at the bottom of the table this week. Before we go up a little further up the table, talk about Spurs. I just want to quickly highlight the Brighton Manchester United penalty shootout that happened this weekend. Um, I thought I only caught the penalty shootout, but I mean it was sudden death, sudden death. Did you see how far it went?
I didn't see anything about that game now.
It went to 7-6. De Gea made so many good saves in the game, created penalties. I came in for about the second penalty. Everyone was just putting it in. Manchester United got really lucky. Sanchez did save one or two. And in the end, Solly Marsh, the seventh penalty taker for Brighton, skies it, absolutely skies it. And Lindelof comes up and banks it in the top right. Excellent penalty since United through to the final, where they'll be playing against City, who behind Amara's hat trick beat Sheffield United, who had done well to get that far, but
And
they're out.
City's
They're
gonna win.
gone.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. So United could be on for a double, or City could be on for a treble. So very interesting. That'll be a game definitely worth watching. Of course, it always is with the FA Cup final, but I think that'll be a good game. I'm glad there's two big top six sides in there because that's always a good one to watch. But we'll hop right into the bottom of the table now. The despairs, the depression, everything that goes on down there. There's one team that's feeling it really badly at the moment, and that is America Leeds. How are you feeling about Leeds? And let me know your thoughts.
Um, I mean, it's really just not that good right now. We're still the favorites to beat Leicester tomorrow as we're recording this. Play Leicester and Burnley next. We're still the favorites to win both of those games somehow. Um,
Betting favorites?
Winning favorites. I didn't look at any betting favorites like that, but I'm guessing that's the same. Um,
Yeah, I
but
was
we
gonna
are
say.
betted to
Would you
win.
be?
We have
Really?
never beat Leicester, I don't think, ever, and we're the favorites to win. And it's not looking good with Vober and Cooper both potentially being out. He hinted at just players that played last game being out for sure. He didn't say which ones, but with our luck, it's gonna be Vober because he looked a little injured and
Mm-mm.
Cooper's just not match fit. And a lot of people are saying Garcia out already after just 5 or 6 games. It's not looking good
Mhm.
for him. Um,
Real quick, who would start? Who would start at center back?
It's gonna be Strauch and Cock probably. Furpo on the left, Christensen or Ailing on the right. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all.
My gosh, that's a third division defense.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree.
Yep.
Um, and it's really just a lack of
I,
confidence. We saw Southampton put up 3 and tie with Arsenal. We lose
mhm,
5-1 to Crystal Palace, who couldn't score to save their lives before they did. We're broken. It's not
mhm.
looking good at all.
Well, if anyone can't score, they go to Leeds and they score five.
Exactly. It's just ridiculous at this point. We don't even look
Yeah,
like we put up
yeah.
a fight. Like it's just so disappointing to see that
Mhm,
after we get scored on once, we just give up completely.
mhm. Yeah.
And
So you said Garcia out. Who would you try to bring in? Like I know Spurs in a situation
just
where we don't
bring
have a
out
coach either.
Scoobs again. The old interim manager we had, Scooball. Just bring him back. Another
I
Swift,
don't think
another,
that would
s-
do anything.
another Swift manager boost. Something has to change.
Bring in
Garcia,
Hasenhuttl.
maybe. I mean, it's Garcia is his personality, but he seems so drained every press conference. There's no confidence
Mm.
going into it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, with all those injuries.
it's just the amount of championship players I feel in our squad. I mean, honestly, the only players I can maybe play in the Prem, I'm also counting as substitutes. Nanto, Sinistera, Vober. That's really it, man. I can't think of any other players.
No, McKenny, Roca,
McKenny's
Adams,
okay. Roca and Adams, yes. Roca's so iffy. It just depends. Like
Aronson.
Aronson,
No, not
no,
Aronson. Harrison.
no,
Half the games.
half. He plays okay, and he's playing okay on a Leeds team. Of course, he's gonna look good when you play okay on a Leeds
Mm,
team. It's
yeah.
just there's so many players that just can't take it anymore. But I'm done talking about Leeds. Honestly, we can move on to Spurs if you would like. Just more frustration after
Okay. Just
frustration, and we're gonna lead on to more
yeah.
frustration with you.
Yes, we are. Just move the mic slightly away from your mouth. You're breathing into it. Um. So yeah, moving on further up the table, but right now kind of feels like a similar amount of despair. You know, it's always different supporting a top team than a team in the lower half of the table. This is very normal for you. Every win means more. We're very used to winning, but not actually winning anything, just winning games. Um, so Spurs this weekend. Um, I'll tell you what happened. I did not watch the first 20 minutes of the game
And
against
that's when all the
Newcastle.
goals were scored.
Yep. I woke up. I was a bit hungover. I tried getting up on Sunday, and I set my alarm for 5 minutes before 9. I was like, oh, I'll sleep in just a little bit past kickoff. And as I was rolling out of bed as 9 o'clock hit, I checked my phone, and it was 9:02, and it said Jacob Murphy scored. And I said, no way, this random. I used a lot of cuss words. I was like, no way, this dude scored. And I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna go back to sleep. Then nothing's gonna happen for the next 10 minutes. So I just laid in bed for like another 10 minutes. Got up, looked at my phone again. We're losing 3-0. Jacob Murphy scored again, and then Joe Linton scored, and I was like, I don't want to go downstairs at all right now. Laid back in bed, got up after 25 minutes, and we were 5-0 down. And I was like, this has got to be a bad dream. Like, what is happening right now? I did eventually make it downstairs. I watched the last 60 minutes of the game. We were outclassed at every part of the game. It was just, but no one looked like they cared. And that was, we were always going to lose when you play back four with Perisic and Poro as your fullbacks because they are wingbacks. In reality, Perisic is a winger. He can't defend. Poro's not very good at defending. So you just basically set up with two defenders and said, good luck.
Yep.
That's why, even like at this point, I just feel so dejected because at least like you guys know you might get relegated and you guys are fine with that. Spurs just feel like they're in total free fall right now.
Yeah.
It's just like there's no direction at the club. So we can talk about the coach. There's no women's coach. There's no director of football because Paratici just got permanently banned for the next couple of years. So he just stepped down officially. That just happened the other day. So we lost Conte, fired him. So we said, oh, we'll just keep his right hand man, expecting things to change. He was crap. He's gone now. He got fired today. So you know what? We already brought in the assistant to the coach. Why don't we bring in the assistant to the coach? So now we have Ryan Mason, who I like. He's not ready for a top job yet. He's now sat and been in the room with Mourinho and Conte. So hopefully he's learned something. But I just it's so uninspiring, man. None of those
Yeah.
players are in any kind of form besides Kane. It's like just let the season end. Um, and then to add misery on top of it, probably the best coach of our generation, Mauricio Pochettino. Looks like today he's going to be signing for Chelsea. Just despair.
Yeah. It's just really unfortunate that's what's going on with Spurs
It's
right
the fact
now.
that we haven't even. It's like the fact that we haven't even approached him for the job. I don't get it. I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of Pochin, but when you're in a situation like this, the fact that you don't even give him a call to be like, hey, what would be the plan here? That would mean Daniel Levy is saying that he's wrong. He's not going to do that. You know who Levy is, right? Yeah. I feel like everyone knows who Levy is in the world of
I
football.
follow the
He's like one of
Blues
those.
subreddit.
Oh, then you definitely know who Levy is. There's a big percentage of the crowd, probably about 80-85% of Spurs fans who are Levy out due to the on-field performance. You look off the field, Spurs are their giant brand. We have an amazing stadium, amazing academy, training ground. We're building the academy. We should be a giant club winning trophies, but Wigan Athletic and Swansea City have won trophies more recently than us. I am I am Daniel Levy in, but at some point he needs to give away the footballing responsibilities to someone, and he did with Parachichi, and it's completely burned within the matter of a year and a half. Just it's completely burned. Nuno, Conte, Stellini, Paratici just all failed. Every single one of them. So you just look at it and it's a bit like, what are we doing here? Where's the direction? And then I guess I can end it on a little bit of good news or funny news. Harry Redknapp said on an interview, one of my favorite coaches of all time. When I first started watching Spurs, he was the coach, and I think he's just a funny guy, all around good bloke. Have you ever seen any Harry Redknapp stuff? Read any books, podcasts, shows?
I've only thing I've heard is from you, so according to who
Yeah,
I know.
because I'm a big fan. I've read his autobiography. I've listened to his podcast series. Very funny. Worth the listen. Definitely better than what we're doing here. But funny guy. And he said that if Spurs want him, he's ready to take over. So, if Ryan Mason loses 7-0 this week to Liverpool and then 6-4 to freaking, well, 6-4 would be a decent result, wouldn't it? Like 6-0 to United. Let's just bring Redknapp in. Let's just let's bring the band back together. Jermaine Defoe, Nico Cranchar, Peter Crouch. Those are guys he signed at three different clubs, by the way. Just bring them all
Yeah, little
back.
humble brag
Let's put it
with
back
their
together.
knowledge.
Yeah, yeah. That's very well known Harry Redknapp knowledge, though. But bring
Yeah,
them all back. Screw it. Stick them up tops. Just play seven strikers. I mean, that's what Stellini did. What else? What else do we have to lose, right? So yeah, Spurs and Leeds, man.
yeah. It's not looking good for either of them.
We just go support a different
Yeah.
different sport at this point.
Just want to go to like cricket. This is my favorite guy.
Yeah, the Indian Cricket League. Why not, man? I'll probably pick a team that doesn't win anything in it either way. Either way.
True. All right.
All right. Well,
Seems like
that
that's it
wraps it
for
up.
us.
There's a depression, despair. I don't know why anyone would for that, but yeah, there you go. Thank you for listening.
Thank
We'll
you.
catch you on the next episode.